Hey folks, BrickSidious here, back with another LEGO video. Besides Star Wars and Modulars, my third favorite theme is classic pirates, as you can tell here. So I'll start to show you some of my sub-collection. With these, I'll have 4 classic ships for you. Maybe you're familiar with these, they're pretty famous. But first of all, I wanted to show you this cool poster. I got it on eBay. Unfortunately, I was dumb and put it by a window, so there's a little bit of sun bleaching, but it's from around the early 90s with the Pirates and Islanders themes here. So this is probably bringing back a lot of memories, the real sets, and here down at the bottom you can kind of see them. Yeah, the Enchanted Island's really cool. It's like 2 base plates wide. I have that. I'll show you that in the next video. Also, yeah, 2 base plates. The Imperial trading post, very famous. And one of them is a raised base plate. The Imperial flagship is a popular one too. All of these are, quite expensive on resale. Of course, it's hard to find them in good condition because they're pretty old. And then the impressive pirate ship here, Skull Eye Schooner. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm not a nautical guy, but yeah. So 6286 is the set. Started retailing 1993 for $130, 912 pieces. So here it is. I got this one used. Yeah, some of the bricks were pretty beaten up, but so I substituted them with new bricks. These are not the original sales; they're reproductions. They get the job done. But yeah, just the size of the ship is pretty cool. These are roughly the same length as like the first Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean series. And it's nice, there's a lot of cannon ports, a lot of minifigures. The shark guy that I just put him in the in the boat for now. And of course, yeah, it comes with a rowboat in the back, and the pirate officers and whatnot. Yeah, definitely with the black and white color scheme, and then some of the color accents in the hull looks really great. And then the smaller fellow we have here, the enemy of the pirates, is the Caribbean Clipper, 6274. This one's a little older, from 1989, sold for $54 at the time, and 378 pieces. So you can tell it's, it has fewer hull segments, so it's shorter, narrow, and then it has the kind of the imperial officers. I don't know if they're supposed to be British or some sort of continental European. These are original sales. Yeah, they look great for the age. Yeah, I like the pirate sets. As a kid, I wanted them, but we couldn't afford them at the time with my family, and then these do take up a lot of space. So, but now it's nice to have them, have like a display cabinet for them. So let me show you the next one. I'll put my phone down. All right, back. Then this one needs no introduction, the classic Black Seas Barracuda. I got this one used, of course, and I'm not sure, there was a reissue, so I'm not sure which one I have because it didn't come with instructions. Either it was, 1989 release, 6285, or 2002 re-release, set 10040, both about 910 pieces. And the funny thing is the re-release is cheaper. It's about $90, where the original was $110. Especially when you look at inflation, that's quite a price reduction. So I'm not sure kind of what led to that, but I'm glad LEGO did it. The fans are probably really glad LEGO did that. And yeah, you have captain's quarters in the back. I'm not going to try to open them up now because unfortunately you probably know these old pirate sets are a bit fragile. and the pieces, the moving pieces, the compartments, the doors, they are not secured with studs like modern sets. They're kind of just secured with gravity or interlocking parts that complement each other but don't have stud locking. I love the rigging and the string, how it's used everywhere on the ship. It makes it look really realistic. I think, Lego, the simpler older sets of Lego, like pre 1995, they sometimes get criticized for being, very blocky and unrealistic and whatnot. But of course, with Lego building some of these custom pirate elements like the hull, the rigging, the flags, of course, from afar, this looks like a really good pirate model. Like you wouldn't think it was Lego. Kind of like Lego trains. Also, I think they make those very realistic looking, even the ones that are really old. Maybe that's why, modern pirates, modern trains, they are not much different than the classic ones, just because the design works. Everyone loves it, so that's nice. These are original sales too. Yeah, you can see just great condition. Of course, yeah, I try to be discriminating on eBay and not buy just some really beat up junk online. Try to get the best quality used sets I can find. Of course, that may mean they're a little more expensive, but I try to use my judgment and use my spending resources appropriately. But maybe given the nice quality of these sales, I'm inclined to think that this set is actually the re-release from 2002. Okay, and then save the best for last. I have the pièce de résistance coming. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So this is the granddaddy, the big mama, the Imperial flagship. So there's two sets called Imperial flagship, and this is the newer, bigger one, of course. So this is 10210 from the year 2010, sold for 180 at the time, and I think 1,600 pieces or so. This one will set you back. Oh yeah, I bought it used maybe around 700, so that's, I don't think, I bought that maybe 3 or 4 years ago. The price has not gone up much beyond that. Yeah, maybe I've seen new in box ones for like 1,000. Maybe you can get a used one for like 800, depending on the condition. The one problem is, so I mentioned it released in 2010. That's the bad brown bricks era. So a lot of these, yeah, or be careful if you're building with the, and this set has a ton of brown, right? So the breakages are easy to happen. And yeah, again, the sales are great. I forget, did I get this from a seller in Canada? I'm in the US, but I might have gotten from a seller in Canada that I was really worried that, international shipping boxes can get really banged up, but he packed it really well, and I think it arrived here fine. And you're probably asking like, wow, that's a lot of minifigures. Did this set come with that many? No, I think probably the set came with 8 or so. And I found a garage sale or online something like, someone was selling like 30 or so classic Imperial guards. So I put some of them into the set, to make it look more impressive, like they're having a color guard or something, or the ship is passing by the admiral or the king, and they want to look good. And yeah, they captured the pirate here in cuffs, and here's the princess or some sort of noble lady. And again, like a ton of it comes with like a ton of cannon ports. This set would look good like on your fireplace mantle or something. It's just beautiful, so impressive. 3 masts, and look, it's not as kind of childish and with a lot of colors like the other pirates ships I've shown you. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're kids sets, fine. This of course is probably meant for older builders. With more realism, and of course it's from 2010, so it's quite a bit older than the other ships I showed you. So yeah, so I really, this is probably like top 10 sets in my collection for sure. I love it. And you know, I put it in a nice glass case so that hopefully it'll be preserved for a while. And the funny thing is, yeah, the little masthead here, you know, sometimes there's a mermaid or sometimes there's like a gold bust, but this one's a shark, so that's pretty funny. Or even some sort of narwhal or something with a pointy nose. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane with some of these classic pirate sets, and stay tuned for part 2 where I'll show you some of the land sets like the Imperial Trading Post and the Islanders base. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.